how I found out. He didn't initially tell me first.
Oh, come on.
You didn't. I learned about it on freaking social. The girl said she had receipts. She was gonna send it to the shade room, and I came to you and I told you.
I'm gonna tell you.
That's how I found out.
When was this?
This was very much so recent, and so
It wasn't very much recent. It's been about a year ago.
It was very recent.
That's recent.
That's very recent.
That's recent.
So instead of my husband taking possibly a courteous approach and taking ownership for what he had done, he blamed it on me and came home and said, so you gonna help me?
Nobody thought it would come out like this. Not in a loud argument, not in a shocking headline, but in a quiet moment, the kind you almost miss if you're not paying attention. A few words said too casually, a reaction that didn't feel right. And suddenly, people weren't just watching anymore, they were listening. Because what started as another normal day online turned into something much deeper. Something that made fans stop, rewind, and ask one question they couldn't ignore. What is really going on behind that perfect marriage? For years, Dr. Heavenly built a very specific image. Loud, confident, fearless. She said what she wanted, when she wanted. She didn't hold back.
About priorities, it's the same. What's your priority? For me, it's always been my family. It's always been God first, then family, then everything else. And that's why I chose dentistry, because I wanted to be a wife and a mother. I didn't want to be on call. I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? And I set my own hours. I'm able to work 3 days a week and still have time for the other things, you know? And if the man's gonna work, everybody can't be in the streets at the same time. Everybody can't be at the workplace at the same time. Somebody gotta take care of the house, you know? And for me, this is just me, I ain't talking about nobody else. I would not want my husband to be the one to be the homemaker. That's just not what I would like. He got to have a chick, baby.
Gotta have that chick. You got the
traditional, right? And I don't think he would be happy if he was not bringing home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
To take care of his family. I think that's important too.
Especially when it came to other people's relationships. If there was drama, she was in it. If there were secrets, she was calling them out. And right beside her, always calm, always quiet, was Damon. That contrast became their identity. She talked, he listened. She reacted, he stayed steady. To fans, it looked balanced, strong, almost untouchable. While other couples around them fell apart on camera, theirs seemed different. Solid, private, safe. But here's the thing about perfect. Sometimes it only looks that way from the outside. And the cracks?
Man, like we can't be sisters because we argue. I'm sick of it, man. I'm trying too hard.
You are. You're trying for the bitches. I see.
We've been acting like this for what, 6 years?
6 years.
Now, it ain't always right. I'll be the first one to say. If you could forgive her for the lies she told on you and the fights.
I told her.
Yes, you did. You know you did. Come on now. We're not going to have this conversation. But for you to forgive her, we should all be able to forgive. We all going to be able to forgive.
They don't always show all at once. They start small. A look, a pause, a moment where something feels off. At first, nobody paid attention. Why would they? Heavenly was always loud enough to keep the spotlight somewhere else. She kept people distracted, focused on other drama, other relationships, other problems. But distractions don't last forever. Eventually, people start looking closer, and that's exactly what happened. It didn't begin with a scandal. It began with a moment. A live session, casual, unfiltered, just Heavenly doing what she always does. Talking, laughing, giving opinions, throwing a little shade. But then...
Married to Medicine coming on, we got to talk about that too, because there was a lot of shit going on I did not, personally, I did not like. I didn't like, and I ain't scared to say it. Man, I'm going to say this and I'm going to take it back. I'm going to give y'all something. Listen, y'all just the little people that's on here that's about to like my YouTube and go down there and follow. I'm going to say it and take it back. I'm going to tell you one thing, I ain't run. I did not run. I ain't no punk. I ain't run. You know what I'm saying? Some people ran. I ain't run. I'm not going to run. You know what I'm saying? You could try me if you want to. You could try me if you want to. I'm going to say what I need to say. And I'm not gonna run, okay? I'm gonna just say that. And people that saying it, Dr. Heavenly got I ain't never got whipped, okay? That is not true. Whoever heard it, it might look like it. It might look like, but not me. And if you want to fight me, you might go with my. I mean, there's some big tall that's back. I ain't talking about nobody.
She said something. Not loudly, not clearly, but enough. Enough for people to pause. Enough for people to rewind. Enough for people to ask, wait, what did she just say? At first, it didn't make sense. It sounded like a joke, something random, something easy to brush off. But the internet doesn't brush things off. It digs. And that's when everything changed.
Love me. You know what? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Your mama don't mean anything to me. It's very surface. It's very petty. It's very childish. She know I didn't mean that. So y'all can take it wherever the hell y'all want to. Whatever.
Because while fans were replaying that clip, something else started circulating. A photo. Blurry. Not dramatic, but clear enough to raise questions. Damon, sitting next to a woman. Not heavenly, not someone fans recognized, and definitely not someone they expected. She was younger, noticeably younger, and that detail alone, it was enough to set everything on fire. At first, people argued, it's nothing, they're just sitting together, y'all are reaching. But others weren't so quick to dismiss it, because something about it didn't feel random. And then came the twist. Instead of ignoring it, Heavenly reacted, and not in her usual way. Normally, she would laugh it off, shut it down, turn it into a joke, flip the attention somewhere else. But this time, her energy shifted. She went live. She addressed it, kind of, but instead of clarity, she gave emotion. She repeated one thing over and over. My husband wouldn't do that. Again and again and again. But here's what stood out. She never explained the photo. She never mentioned the woman directly. She never gave details. And that silence? It spoke louder than anything she said. Because when someone who always has something to say suddenly avoids specifics, people notice. And the more she talked, the less clear things became. What nobody expected was what happened next. Old clips started resurfacing. Interviews, conversations, random moments that once felt harmless suddenly felt different. There was one clip in particular that stopped people in their tracks. Heavenly, talking fast like always, joking about relationships, and then she said something that didn't sound like a joke anymore. She mentioned Damon having friends everywhere. At the time, it passed. Nobody thought twice. But now it sounded like something else. Something careless. Something real. And once that clip started spreading, the conversation changed completely. Because this wasn't just about one photo anymore. This was about a pattern. Fans started connecting dots, moments where Damon looked distant, times when certain questions made Heavenly defensive, conversations that suddenly felt loaded, and then came the reactions from people around them. That's when things really started to spiral, because instead of strong support, there was silence. And silence in situations like this is loud. Some people posted cryptic messages, nothing direct, but enough to raise eyebrows. Little captions, side comments, emoji responses that didn't explain anything, but hinted at everything. And then, one line appeared that changed everything. Y'all don't even know the half of it. That was it. One sentence, but it hit like a storm. Because now, this wasn't just speculation anymore. This felt deeper. This felt like something people knew but weren't saying. And at the center of it all was Heavenly, a woman who built her entire identity on being fearless. But now, she didn't look fearless. She looked shaken. You could see it in her face, in her voice, in the way she spoke. The confidence was still there, but something underneath had changed. Like someone trying to stay strong while everything around them quietly falls apart. And whether the rumors were true or not, the impact was real. Because this wasn't just gossip anymore. This was her marriage, her family, her life being pulled apart piece by piece in front of millions of people. And the hardest part? Not knowing who to trust. Because when people around you stop defending you and start speaking in riddles instead, it changes everything. But here's the part that hit fans the hardest. A clip from years ago, a moment that didn't seem important at the time. Heavenly saying if Damon ever cheated, she wouldn't leave. Back then, it sounded like loyalty, strong, committed, ride or die. But now, it sounds different.
It sounds like preparation, like she had already thought about it, already accepted something before it ever became public. And that realization, it changed everything. Because suddenly, this wasn't just about a possible mistress. This was about a woman trying to protect something she spent years building, trying to hold on to a version of reality that might not exist anymore. And Damon, he stayed silent. No statements, no explanations, no denials, nothing. And sometimes, silence says more than words ever could, because people expect something, a reaction, a defense, anything. But when there's nothing, the questions get louder. Was the woman just a friend? Was there more to the story? Was this new, or something that had been happening for years? Nobody had answers, but everyone had opinions. And in this world, opinions spread faster than truth. As days passed, the situation didn't slow down. It grew. More clips, more theories, more people speaking just enough to keep the story alive. And Heavenly, she kept trying to control the narrative. But it wasn't working, because once people start questioning your story, it's almost impossible to take that control back. And that's where things stand now, in a space filled with uncertainty, where truth and rumor mix together until you can't tell the difference anymore. But one thing is clear, this changed everything. It changed how people see their marriage, it changed how fans see Heavenly, and it exposed something deeper than just a rumor. It exposed how fragile perfect really is. Because no matter how strong something looks on the outside, it only takes one moment to crack it open. One comment, one photo, one reaction, and suddenly, everything feels different. Maybe the truth will come out one day. Maybe it won't. Maybe this fades away like so many other stories. Or maybe this is just the beginning of something bigger. But until then, the questions stay. And they're not going anywhere. Because once doubt enters the conversation, it doesn't leave. And now, for the first time, Dr. Heavenly isn't the one asking the questions, she's the one being questioned. And that might be the one thing she never saw coming.